Welcome back, everybody. That's right. The show that just won't quit. Watcha Watchin. After last week's epic Rogue One encounter, how do we follow that up? Well, a screw up in my douchiousness. Yeah. From Dusk Till Dawn actually wasn't on Netflix this month. It was the series. So we punted and went with Kung Fury. That's right. What happens when a 13-year-old's wet dream comes to life? Kung Fury happens.
Oh, Kung Fury.
That's right. Right here. Tonight on Watcha Watchin. Hey, everybody. I'm one of the hosts of this mess. I am the Reverend Jeff. And over there, along with Lucille and the lighting of the typical show joint, is the motherfucking one, Mr. Wes Losner.
Oh, yeah. Got that son of a bitch a little too close to the shoulder there.
That's right. He whacks himself in the shoulder with that thing, more often than not.
Oh, yeah. It's bleeding. Yep.
And this is the show where we
right
watch
before the show.
That's right. We watch stuff and talk about it for your entertainment. And tonight we're going to do exactly that. We're going to start it out with trailer trash talk right here on Watcha Watchin with It. That's right. Stephen King's It is back. And you know what's funny is in the original story, it only comes out every 17 years. The original was made in 1990, 27 years. And now in 2017, it returns.
Yeah,
Children start to
pretty
disappear in the
cool
town
that they
of
did that.
Derry, Maine. The neighborhood children unite together to face Pennywise, an evil clown whose history of murder and violence dates back for centuries. Yeah, I got news for Pennywise. I'm going to cut your head off with a rusty spoon because I'm not afraid of you. I just want you to die.
Well,
I mean, that's just the thing.
He wants similar things.
Yeah, that's very true. But I'm not afraid of clowns. I have an absolute hatred and aggression towards clowns. So anybody who wants to play a joke on old Reverend Jeff and come out in the clown phase and scare me, that deserves what they get. They've been warned. That's pretty much what I can
hear, Jeffrey.
That's right. All right, moving right along. Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise.
The Mummy. 2017. It was the third trailer release for this series. And they are literally just like all but the time period, making this Tom Cruise movie so much like the original. It's not Emotep, but it's surely someone just as bad. And an ancient princess is awakened. Yeah, she's kind of hot but so was that Knocks on a Moon was smoking hot.
Yeah.
That was a chick from the first one. So, there you have that. From her crypt beneath the desert, bringing with her malevolence grown over millennia and terrors that defy human comprehension. Directed by Alex Kurtzman. Sorry, I don't know why that voice came out. It just sounds right. I like the old Mummy series. That Weiss girl is hot too. So, there's a whole lot of weirdness going on here, but this chick's got 4 pupils. The trailers keep giving away.
With Tom Cruise being one of them Scientologists, doesn't he have to give doesn't he have to give some of his money he makes from the movie?
Well, they pay for cleansing. So that's how that works. It's going to be very much like Magic Johnson's Bigfoot soon. We'll talk about that after the show tonight. That's not this show. All right, moving right along with Transformers: The Last Night. What the hell's up with Optimus Prime? Now he's a bad guy? Man, don't mess with my childhood. Ooh, well, that's what he wanted in the first place. Maybe Megatron was just trying to save us from, the ultimate friggin'. He knew Prime was there's fuckery afoot going on in the Transformers series, and now Marky Mark looks like a girl.
Yeah,
I can't quite figure out what's going on with his looks in this particular movie, but and his hot daughter's gone.
What happened to Witwicky?
Yeah, where's the Witwicky? I don't know. I think the Witwicky is off, having sex with Transformer girls. And if they can transform into things that look like people, why are they still transforming into things that look like cars? I just don't understand that. It's all too confusing. Okay, moving right along to more aliens. Alien Covenant. That's right. This video won't work on your browser because you're a douche. The crew of the colony ship Covenant, bound for a remote planet on the far side of the galaxy, discovers what they think is an uncharted paradise. When they uncover a threat beyond their imagination, they must attempt a harrowing escape. No, you don't escape from those kind of things. Just give it up. You're dead. You can't let that kind of stuff get off the planet, morons. That's how we end up with Alien. Jackasses. The second in the Prometheus line, it's going to be a killer movie. Yeah, May 19th it'll be. Won't get here actually fast enough for me. But for sure, I don't know, man. When will they learn?
Yeah.
I guess they never do. As soon as
I think it's
Whitley,
that robot's fault.
What year? Like 2250, wasn't that when Ripley was refound for the second time? I don't know. They were dealing with this stuff for a long time past our time. Yeah. That's for sure. Hey, with that wraps up trailer trash talk for this week. We'll have more on the upcoming trailers for movies next week. All right, sir. Hey, Wes.
Yes, sir.
I know we have this entertainment show, so what you watching this week?
Shit.
Return of the Living Dead 3.
Let's see.
Having recently witnessed a horrific results of a top secret project to bring the dead back to life, a distraught youth performs the operation on his girlfriend after she's killed in a motorcycle accident.
He was driving.
Return of the Living Dead 3.
Yeah. So if anyone's familiar with Return of the Living Dead, now the original Return of the Living Dead is where the whole brains thing started. Zombies eating brains is because of this movie. Not this one, part 3, but because of the first.
The original Night of the Living Dead.
Yeah, well, no. Return of the Living Dead. Night of the Living Dead, they introduced that they eat the flesh of the living.
Guts. Yeah.
But this one went full on brains. And they even talk.
Brains.
Yeah. So
brains.
With having
I think it's the only series where the zombies talk too.
Yeah. And with having Hulu, I decided, oh fuck, they have a bunch of these Return of the Living Deads. I'll watch some of these. And I watched some other one, Necropolis, City of the Dead or some bullshit. But this one I thought was funny because of just how completely cheesy it is.
Yeah, they got so ridiculous after the first one that, I mean, the first one was fun, but the second one and third one really took on a life of their own. So, all right, let's move right along through this one here to Creature Lake from 2015. Creature Lake.
Yeah,
that's correct. 5 friends up north for 3 days. 1 creature, no chance.
I don't know if it's a creature. There is a creature. Okay, this movie, it was weird. Now, your old pal Wes here, he likes the found footage movies, and that's what this is. Now, they go to this Indian reservation where supposedly they got land, and the Indian guys are trying to tell them no one has land on Indian reservation, blah, blah, blah. And this kid gets told that he does, by his uncle and all this, and he has a deed and all this shit. And so this kid goes to, and there's a cabin and everything, so the kid did have land. And they probably stole it, though, the assholes. But
right.
Like this movie's like about this like Indian curse, and there's like this chick, but then there's like this naked chick, but then there's this little girl, and they're all the same. They're the same weird creature, but then there's like this like if you ever watch Weird Science, and when they turn the brother into
the turd monster,
turd monster. That's what it looks like, but with like a long ass tail. And they killed one, and it is like that's supposed to be the chick. I don't know. It was confusing and it was stupid, but it was like a fucking Hollywood movie. Like it wasn't like shitty fucking graphics. Like they fucking worked on this movie. You know what I'm saying? Like they
it looks
had
like it's getting a
CGI
5.2 out of 10.
animatronics.
So
Like, it was
Little
pretty
Native Indian
interesting.
Girl.
Yeah.
Crazy. I think I'll skip that one. Thanks a lot for watching that one for us. And then up last for you tonight was Wild Men. That's right.
Yeah.
The inept cast and crew of a surprised hit reality TV show travel deep into the Adirondack Mountains for their second season to find proof that Bigfoot exists. Any remaining skepticism they have is ripped to pieces. Wild Men. Now I still haven't seen this.
I messaged
I don't
you.
have Hulu.
Yeah, I messaged you when I found this movie, and I was like, I found the movie, and after I watched it, I was like, I found a movie you'll love, because we've done a bunch of movies like this, and
Right.
This is like a longer version of the movie where that guy sent you the fucking dirty underwear.
The Bigfoot Hunter.
Yeah, this is like that kind of a fucking movie. Like it's corny. They're making fun of finding Bigfoot. Dude's even wearing a fucking Gone Squatching hat. You know what I'm saying?
Like straight up Bobo style.
Yeah, it has its funny moments, and they have that Squatch suit that you see in every fucking movie, but then they also put some money into some makeup for the actual Squatch. But it was I don't know. It was all right, but like if you're into Bigfoot, watch it. But
Yeah. I'll have to come across it. I'll have to wait.
All you normals, probably skip it.
I'll have to wait until it hits Netflix or TV or something, because nobody has even uploaded this to the dark web, so it's kind of.
I don't think anybody would want to waste their time on it. I think you'll find it on YouTube before.
I didn't even think to look there.
Yeah, so
that wraps it up for what the old.
Yeah, this is what I watched. Rev, what you watch? Did I do that right?
Well, this
I was holding a cough. Sorry.
That's all right. This week it got a little strange for the old Reverend. Since we were watching Kong last week, and last week I was talking about the original King, well, not the original King Kong, the second remake of the King Kong, or third remake of the King Kong with Jeff Bridges and Jessica Lange. So I got a copy of 2014's Breaking Bad Godzilla, because that's literally what it seemed like. This is the one where we got like 12 minutes of Godzilla on the screen. Now, the problem I have with it, because I remembered, everybody's like, oh, at the end of King Kong, they're going to make King Kong versus Godzilla. And there's a problem with that, because King Kong's not 300 feet tall like Godzilla is. See, if you look at the poster here, Godzilla is literally smashing the city with his feet, these skyscrapers, and, just destroying stuff. How is this 100-foot ape gonna, even attempt to take on the Godzilla?
So he's only 100 foot in the new Kong movie?
I would say so. 100 feet tall,
he
if
looked
that.
Pretty fucking big, though.
Yeah, he was big, but he wasn't that big, or he would never even notice the little ant-like people running around. You know what I mean? Yeah. People would be like ants to him if he was any bigger than that. So, I don't know. It's going to be real strange to see how they rectify that problem. Like, we'll just make King Kong 500 feet tall, too. Actually, that to be taller than what's the tallest story buildings in New York? Some of them, I don't know. They got 100 stories at 10 feet. That'd be 1,000 foot tall, and I don't know. It's crazy tall.
I don't know New York buildings very well. I know the Empire State Building.
I used to know all that stuff, but I've emptied it for cannabis information. All right, moving right along here.
Lucille said
then I was checking out
Sears Tower. Is that
Sears Tower? Yeah. I don't think so. The Sears Tower, I believe, is in Chicago. But Mad Max Fury Road. I like this movie. Charlize Theron is like such a diverse actor. that she can literally go cross genre into just about anything, from the devil's advocate to playing
Monster.
post-elliptic, monster, to post-elliptic one-armed bandit in Mad Max Fury Road. And a lot of people, I was talking to some people when we were watching it, and they were like, I just couldn't really get into that, but I mean, it was cool and the effects were great, but nobody really cared about Mad Max until you dig deep into some of the fan information and some of the actual information and the connections that they make. And people are right. In a movie, when you're creating movies, and I'm a wannabe filmmaker of some sorts. You've got in the very beginning about the first 2 minutes to form a compelling need for the watchers to care about your main character. And to be honest with you, nobody cared about Max. I mean, he was captured and turned into we don't even know why he was there. We don't know if he's a good guy, but we don't know anything about the guy. Other than they're calling it Mad Max. Is this the same Mad Max that had the bad knee in post-apocalyptic Australia, 50 years ago? I don't think so. But who is this guy, and why would he call himself Mad Max, and why should we? Is it even tied to that, carried to it? Some of the theories come down to that this Mad Max is actually the little hairy boomerang kid from the Road Warrior. And if that is actually the case, then you build instant care for the Mad Max character, and they wouldn't have to build it into it. And the reason that comes up later is he has the music box innards in his pocket still, and at one point gives them to one of the war chief's brides, and carries and moves it along the storyline. So it's just, there's little things like that, but the Fury Road is just bad ass, period. The motorcycle stunts, the practical effects, just everything that they did in that movie was just fantastic. I want to see Fury Road 2 or whatever. I want to see the next installment of the Mad Max from these people, because I would definitely go and see it. Thoughts?
I never even seen the Mel Gibson one.
Oh, you haven't seen any of these. You suck. Anyhow, okay, we'll move right along then, because I'm sure you haven't seen this next one either. Brad Pitt, World War II Germany. This is what we were talking about earlier. I thought this was perfectly goes right along with it. He's a World War II tank commander in Nazi Germany. Not exactly in Nazi. Well, yeah, they're actually in Nazi Germany. And it literally takes you through the story of one tank crew's bid for survival in a war that they were outclassed. It was the first time in history where the United States war weapons were literally second rate compared to the Germans' tanks. And it was insane, the types of maneuvers that our tank commanders would have to make to even destroy some of those Panzers, and some of those Tigers were just the most hated machines on the planet. But this movie is like, it's very much like We Were Soldiers, very much like Saving Private Ryan. Hacksaw Ridge is another one that come along after this, that they're all going to be compiled in the list of don't miss Westerns, with all that list of friggin' those people. Well, there'll be that list of don't miss military action movies that kind of show the horror of how things really were during that time period. But Fury with Brad Pitt is a fantastic watch. You haven't watched this one either, have you?
No.
And that, my friends, wraps it up for Who's Watching.
I didn't know it existed.
Yeah, it's a fantastic war movie, dude. It really, really is. It goes deep into showing you the minds of some of these people after years at war. The kind of tolls that it takes on them is serious stuff. Speaking of serious stuff, this is where we go out here into the chat room and say hi to the internet peoples. Yeah, it's definitely time to say hi. And go out here to internet lands and say hi to those 5 people.
Someone better
that watch
say
us
hi
live.
to the Blue Seal.
That's right. All right, let's skip along here. There isn't very many chats in there, so I don't think we have too many people going on in here. Of course, Mr. Rod Dupree in the place to be. He's always hanging out. Dean Cooper, he's still listening for the From Dusk Till Dildo review. That's another conversation for another night.
That's
He says that he has no words to Rod DeFree has no words to describe what he just watched. Bad 80s LSD flashback, talking about our feature tonight with Kung Fury. Of course, the life and times of JCM is out there. Kurt Harris has finally returned to the chat.
Harris.
Third, playing center field. Kurt Harris. That's right. The mustache song I got. Squatchbox now has her own theme. She'll have to get into the chat and hang out afterwards to hear what that actually says.
Eddie and mustache.
I think that's about it. I really do. Eddie and mustache. Mine is Eddie and mustache. And that's right. That's the end of who's hanging out there. And Rod, a bunch of people said, hello, Lucille. So there you go. She's loved.
Lucille says, hello back.
Hello back. We love you too. All right. So we're moving right along here tonight, and we're talking about Kung Fury. That's right. Our show is already longer than the feature we're talking about, but that's okay. Kung Fury. What can you be said about this 2015 crowd-funded master? In 1985, Kung Fury.
I just remembered what he said.
The toughest martial arts cop in Miami goes back in time to kill the worst criminal of all time, Kung Fury, Hitler. It's like a 13-year-old's wet dream. I don't know what's going on here, but the old Westmeister here is a huge fan of this, so let's find out why he's giggling.
No, remember before the show started.
Tell the people that are watching.
Yeah,
there you go.
Before the show started, I'm telling Rev, there's, no matter how many times you watch this movie, if you turn it up or you pay attention to just one side of the fucking screen or just something different every time, you're going to catch something new that's going to make you bust your fucking ass laughing. And today, right in the very beginning of the fucking movie, it got me in such a giggle fit that I spit my drink out. Like, I was laughing hard, and it was just something that came over the radio, and I was telling Rev, I don't remember what the fuck he just said, but it was so funny and shit. And it just fucking came back to me right now. It was just...
And what did he say? Seeing as how we're talking about the beginning?
Yeah, the dispatcher calls Kung Fury, tells him, like, there's a fucking arcade game down here killing people. There's all kinds of shit going down. It's fucking mayhem. He goes, there's bad music playing. Because it was making fun of the movie, because there was that cheesy fucking music through the whole fucking thing. Oh, my God. I don't know why that made me laugh so hard, but I had never heard it before.
The video game feel to all of this was so very much like Street Fighter. You almost felt like you were in a Street Fighter video game and you were playing it. I mean, it literally felt like levels of a video game that you were trying to get, to meet Thor. I am Thor with the
look
super
at my pecs.
Yeah, I mean, dude, that was awesome. I mean, it's Thor.
Hackerman with they hacked their way back in time.
I can hack your way back in time. Standing on an old friggin' 8080S keyboard, I think.
Using the Power Glove from Nintendo.
And then when he goes too far back in time, hanging out with the big titty Viking girls, that's when my mind is like, who wrote this? A 13-year-old? Oh. And then the guy gets into the time portal and uses his Nintendo glove and shows up with big titty blondes in Viking land.
And fight laser-eyed raptors.
That explains the laser-eyed raptors. I've gone too far back in space. Yeah, why don't you explain the big titty blonde with a Gatling gun in Viking times? That's
riding a Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Oh God, dude, that's exactly. Okay, Jimmy, what should they ride to Valhalla? Asgard. I'm sorry. Okay, I'll get him a T-Rex, little Jimmy. Yay!
Oh my God.
But when they do finally get him into Nazi land, Nazis sitting on the bench talking about mustaches. Nine.
The blonde one.
You're the
The
nine
blonde one
alien.
has a
You
blonde
shaven
mustache.
you and shaven un mustache. He's no an alien mustache. He's knowing good. Nine good.
You should shave it.
No, yours is nine good. Nine good Aryan mustache. This is fine Aryan. He actually shed a tear. Are you going to cry now? Are you going to cry now, alien mustache baby? Come on, cry for me. Valentine tank. It's like where'd the tank go? Wham! So much for having a fine Aryan mustache, you see there.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Blondies should not have facial hair. They're like dwarves with little fingers. They're just weird looking. Okay, blonde people just should not have mustaches, goatees, or beards. It's strange. It's like, gingers should wear gloves all the time. Don't touch me with those small hands.
I wish I could say I disagree with that one.
I know, exactly. Nobody does. Nobody wants to be touched by gingers with them little tiny hands. It's like, get away from me, dude.
All cold,
Gloves on or
wet,
something.
like
I don't want to catch your ginger.
octopus tentacle.
Yeah, exactly. It's all clammy and spotted. That's not me, bullies. That's me with the red beard, and I'm sitting here picking on gingers. It's kind of funny.
Oh man.
But
the guy,
he fights
Kung Fury's partner. The first partner
the
gets killed.
Triceratops head.
Well, yeah, but his first partner gets killed, and so he's like never gonna have a partner again. He becomes Kung Fury, all this bullshit. All right, so then he gets assigned this fucking partner, Triceratops, played by Triceratops.
Right.
So then Kung Fury quits, all right? It's because this is going to come
like,
into play when we talk about this.
I don't have a partner. Fuck you. I quit.
Yeah, so he quits, right? And the Triceratops is like, fuck. Right? That's the last you see of this fucking Triceratops, all right, until the end of the fucking movie. But, oh, man.
The whole fight scene to Hitler was epic, dude. I mean, it was literally like I said, I felt like I needed a controller in my hand to fight through the levels to get, to fight Hitler. It was one of those feels, the video game feel to it stayed through the whole.
The way
that was
kind
of fun to it. But the guy they had playing Hitler, he's like, "Nation dying the greatest." I mean, the dude was awesome. He looked like somebody's bag greased up, comb over dad with a like Aryan mustache. Mine an Aryan mustache. Yours a Aryan mustache.
So then Hitler fucking busts out this Gatling gun and shoots a few of his guys.
Kills everybody.
He hits Kung Fury. And so Kung Fury dies, right? And all the Thor and the fucking barbarian,
the Viking girls, the robot that he killed in the beginning,
fucking computer bot, and they all start fighting the Nazis. And then, then they notice that fucking Kung Fury's dead at the end of this. And so Kung Fury, when he's dead, it turns cartoon. And he goes and he starts talking to a fucking giant cobra. And it's
okay,
really
Jimmy.
Shitty,
Kung Fury's dead
animation.
now. Oh, it should be cartoon then if he's dead, like he's in heaven. I mean, there's a 9-year-old, a 13-year-old writing the script.
Yeah, and the snake tells him, "Yeah, you're dead. You're in heaven." And he goes, "It must be heaven." And he goes, "It looks so real." He's looking around, and it's like this shitty animation, and the fucking snake is like, yeah. And then so the Kung Fury ain't having that. He's like, fuck you, I'll fucking fuck you up if you don't send me back right now. So then fucking Kung Fury gets sent back to fucking fight Hitler. And then that's when Hitler escapes on that big fucking gold eagle robot thing or whatever.
Yeah, they try to smash him. The golden Nazi eagle jumps down off of the staff and protects him. And they think that they smashed him into obliteration. And Thor is showing his massive pecs once more.
Yeah. So Hitler gets away, and then, you know, Kung Fury goes to talk to everybody, and that's when fucking Triceratops walks up, and fucking Kung Fury's like, I was wrong about you, Triceratops. You're the best damn partner I ever had. You know, and they hug each other, and then the fucking Triceratops goes, I came back in time to fight Hitler for you. I love you, Kung Fury. And it's like, what the fuck? Like, this motherfucker quit because of you.
Like, where's the cutting room floor? Where are the edits to this movie? Because apparently Triceratops of them.
Yeah. Because holy shit, man. But that shit was just funny. But then, you know, it cuts back into the beginning of the movie where he's fighting the arcade robot.
2 days earlier, in the future.
Yeah. He kicked its ass. He's looking down and he sees that it's got a Nazi patch. He's like, where have I seen this symbol before? You know, like he just got done fucking fighting Hitler. And then you see fucking Hitler on the fucking Golden Eagle flying out like, there's going to be a part 2, you know? Like, there should be. Fuck, man. And I hope it's like an hour long.
Well, you know, it's only been out in 2015 and they crowd. You know, there is always that chance that the success of it would draw further investors, which would allow them to bring, you know, a longer feature. This being a short, maybe to allow them to bring a different feature to the table. But, you know, the animation that was in there was all done like on a Tandy. You know, the special effects were probably done by Atari 2800. You know, they were graciously, fantastically bad. And I'm glad we watched it. Thank you so much for finally making me watch it, because it really was worth it.
Yeah, it's epic, and I guarantee you'll end up watching it more than just once.
If you don't partake in the cannabis and you're in a place where cannabis use is prohibited by law, tough shit. That's all I can say about it. It's kind of a requirement to watch this one and enjoy it anyhow. But you know, you can get slosh drunk on alcohol and ruin your liver and try it if you want. But one way or the other,
it'll be hard to watch.
With that, I think that's going to wrap it up for this edition of
Watcha Watchin.
No.
Tell them what we're doing next week.
Watcha Watchin. That's right. That's right, folks. Next week is going to be a little bit of epicness. That's right. It's Christmas time in the city, and we're bringing home Mogwai, and we're going to feed him after dark. That's right. We're talking Gremlins. Oh. So it's on Netflix. Get it watched before next week, and we'll talk about it, because Gremlins is everybody's favorite.
You probably
watch it. We'll definitely see you next week, right here on Watcha Watchin.
In your butt.
In your butt. What are we watching next week? Porn.
Porn. In your butt porn.